Mark Brilliant, God bless you for being a smart guy. Look, I'm going to be honest in this, and I thought that, if I was looking at this off of the first fight, I'm like, wow, if you're going to say who can really change what they did off of that first fight, I thought it was Deontay. Now, the one thing I did find out is I knew that Deontay had gained weight because he wasn't able to run. He had a leg injury and was gaining weight, but I didn't think Tyson Fury was going to come in as big as he did, and he was like 275. So he came in way bigger because he was 250 something in the first fight. But you can watch that. First off, Tyson Fury won every round. Every round. Deontay didn't win a round.
Yeah.
And you could tell after the second round, Deontay was in trouble. He was having problems. And he was just taking big shots periodically throughout, and then he got put down. He got put down with a body shot. He just was in a defensive mode for the most part, trying to land the big right hand, and he was telegraphing it because he's trying to load up on it. It wasn't even coming close for most of the fight. And in the end, he's just taking damage. So is he going to win this fight? No, he's not going to win the fight. And he says, I want to go out on I would have gone out on my shield. That's great. We know you would have gone out on your shield. But you would have taken how much more damage before that moment occurred, and how much damage was that moment going to be in taking away from your ability to come back and do this again and still be good, because you never know how much that beating is going to do to you. So Mark Breland did him a favor. He was not going to win that fight. That was the 7th round. He had lost every freaking round. And he wasn't going to knock out Fury. He wasn't even getting close with those shots. Fury was in complete control of that fight. I thought Mark Breland did the right thing. I know I know Deontay is mad at him and saying, I might, I don't know if I can have him back. And it's like,
oh,
someday you'll figure out that man did you a favor.
Yeah. Yep. I thought Fury did everything he was supposed to do that he did basically from the first fight, except he did it with more power. I thought things changed after the first knockdown. After the first knockdown, Wilder wasn't the same. He wasn't really escalating to much anyways up until then, but I'm saying that the fight changed dramatically after the first knockdown. And they were talking about blood coming out of the ear, and I was like, thinking to myself, I'm like, I could see maybe popping the eardrum, throwing the equilibrium off, but I'm saying he just really, that's what happens. Sometimes guys get knocked down and they just never recover. You're not the same guy anymore. And the fact that he looked at the ref like someone pushed him over, and he didn't realize how he got on the ground. He looked like he thought maybe the ref knocked him over or tripped him. And I was like, that's not a good sign. Like, you're looking at someone to blame, like someone tripped me and you fell. No, you got knocked down, dude.
Yep.
And when that happened, I'm like, ooh, this isn't good. And then
you could hear his corner on that one. You could hear his corner saying, "That was the back of the head." It's like your man ducked his head as the punch is landing, guys.
Not to mention, he got hit with the first punch first.
Exactly.
So
it's like
the first punch came, boom, and then the second punch came over.
Yep.
Look, I was very hesitant that when Tyson Fury said he was going to knock him out, I was like, bro, you did.
When he said second round, I go, yeah, that ain't going to happen.
Yeah.
But came close.
then, and then when he knocked him down again in the 5th, right? He knocked him down again in the 5th, and then, they called the fight in the 7th.
Called.
But there was, like you said, there was never a moment where it was happening. Now, we've talked all the time about this about Wilder. He only needs to win 1 second of one round to win the fight.
That's right.
But that's when he said, I'd rather go out on my shield. And in my mind, I'm like, yeah, I kind of feel like we should have given him more of a chance. But also in the back of my mind, I'm like, dude, you didn't look good at all. Like,
not at all.
You were not having success with anything you were doing.
He wasn't competitive.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, man. There came a point you look and you go, man, you are just getting tooled.
Yeah.
You're not, your feet are flat. You have no freaking step. You're not moving well. Nothing was working for him that night. And it could be based off of that first knockdown. It altered him.
Yeah, because you hear fighters all the time say, like, oh, I got clipped. Some guys don't even go down. They're like, after I hit that shot, I don't even remember the rest of the fight. So the simple fact of the matter is like, You know, I mean, like, I've had moments where, like I brought up Hermes earlier, where I fought Hermes Franco and he dropped me. There was moments in there where I'm kind of like, I don't know how I got to the next 3 minutes. I know, you just don't know. You really don't. You're like, it was all just a haze. It's like a big, you know, it's a haze.
Yeah.
You have no idea what was going on, how you got to the next round. You're like, all of a sudden the bell rings, you're there. You're like, okay, fuck, next round. Okay, put some ice on my face, give me some water, and throw me back out there. You know, that's really what the fighter is thinking at that moment. You know, I've had some rough rounds myself, and I like look and like, shit, okay, what round is this? Okay, 3, okay, like give me some water, take my mouthpiece out, give me some water, put some Vaseline or whatever, and okay, let's get back out there. Like, that's really the game plan at the time. Like, you're in survival mode. Sure. And he looked like he just was not in it. And I'm like, and he wasn't in it.
Come on, when he went back to his corner, take a look at his posture, take a look at his head position. He's looking down. He knows. Yeah. Man, nothing's working for him. There's nothing there. So I look at it, I think Mark Breland did absolutely the right thing. Get him out of the fight before he takes that shot that is going to change him forever, take away his ability to come back and be a champion again if possible. Hey, this is a smart move. I know it hurts and you feel like someone took away the possibility. He didn't. Yeah. He saved the possibility. That's what you need to look at.
Yeah. What was it the fighter that died, or was it the other one that when Buddy McGirt stopped the fight?
Buddy McGirt stopped.
Was that with
Max?
Max?
Was Max. That was with Max.
And then he passed, right? Like a couple days later. Yeah.
Yep.
That's just, it's a classic example of like, you have a guy, because you have guys, your coaches, he was a former fighter, correct? Olympian, correct?
Oh, Mark Breland was an Olympic champion.
Olympic champion? I thought he was a bronze. Okay, anyways, you're probably right.
I think he was Olympic gold medalist, but then he became, he might have actually won the welterweight title as a pro, but he didn't have, the most successful career. He had a winning record, but he got beat multiple times.
Okay. I'm not too familiar with him as before my time. But like when you have someone like that in your corner, you have them there for a reason. And when you like, I would love to sit here and argue about this, but the bottom line is you have them there because they love you, they care for you, they're your coach. You have a relationship with them, and you expect them to step in. Obviously, because fighters don't ever really look out for their own well-being because we're stupid.
Nope.
And so you have them there for that. Now it does get a little cloudy when it's your dad. That's different. I feel like, sure, they love you. It gets a little cloudy there.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
That's the worst. Because they don't go with that.
Yeah.
Their son can do it.
Yeah.
It's like, Jesus Christ.
It gets a little cloudy there. But when you have someone you've trained with all the time, and for me, it was always Bob Cook and Javier Mendez. And I've had, some close to Rick Noble, who was one of my boxing coaches. And if they would have told me, hey, let's just call it, and I would have said, okay. Like, you have to believe in them. That's what they're fucking there for. You're not thinking at that moment. If you fight them tooth and nail, they'll say, okay, I'll give you a minute or two in the next round. But then that's it. Like, if you're not showing me anything, we're done. And he did the right thing. I really did in the long term, like you said. He has more in him, a lot more, and who's to say he doesn't go and fight Ruiz now, and he doesn't go and fight Anthony Joshua now, and make a ton more money and just work, 1 or 2 more wins, and guess what? Make the adjustments on what you think your camp went wrong last time, and go out there and fight him again. Dude, we're at the Canelo and Triple G fight position now. Okay, there's 1 draw, 1 loss. Let's go. Let's do it again.